Hey everybody, how are you doing today? My name is Steph if you're new here, and I like to vlog about mental health and my struggles along the way and the solutions I found overcoming them. Today I want to talk about journaling and how very helpful it is and the different types of journals that I have used and still currently use. First, I want to say that years ago, when I first started with counseling and going on medication, I would get told to journal, but I didn't quite understand the point or how or why. I needed a structure, and when I was first told this, it was the 90s. And I remember going to like self-help sections in bookstores, but I don't remember seeing anything like what we have today. Maybe it was out there and I wasn't finding it. But basically a journal was a blank book, and you just wrote down your thoughts. And when I tried journaling when I was younger, I would write that this is stupid, I don't understand the point. Probably the most beneficial thing I did was write a letter to my dad, but beyond that, I never get it, and I never did get it, and I was like, this isn't for me, it doesn't work for me. But in my later years, I've come to find that it really, really helps. There's different types of journaling, different structures to journaling. You can have unstructured journaling if that works for you. I'm currently working on like a mind dump journal, where you just dump stuff in the morning from your mind, whatever thought you have. It doesn't even have to be a complete sentence or thought. But for me, what I do after that is kind of analyze it. I don't know. It's something I'm playing with, and we'll talk about later down the road. But why does journaling help? Journaling helps. It helps you come out of depression, and it helps deal with anxiety and just overall improve your mental health, because it helps you learn how to self-reflect, to understand what's going on in your subconscious mind. It will help things come out of your subconscious mind that you didn't even know was there. You can use it to help shift your mindset from a negative one to a positive one. It helps process trauma. It also, it helps develop gratitude as well. There's gratitude journaling, which is extremely beneficial. Just that in itself is a mindset shift. Being grateful for what you have, it helps you focus on the positive in life. Not that we need to totally avoid the negatives. Negatives are there, and negatives are there for us to learn from and grow from. But sometimes we get stuck in those negatives, and that's where we begin to get sick, is when we're just trapped in the negativity of things. It's really beneficial if you have been on this journey of trying to get yourself in a bit better mental place, and you have been on medication and in therapy for years, and you've been stuck in the same place for a while. It is something to definitely try. And again, there are several different types of journals and journaling. I can't speak today. So there's several different things to try out. I've got a few that I want to share with you today that I absolutely love. One I have not used yet, and I broke it out today to like, I need to start this one. I believe my sister got me this one. My sister's gotten me a lot of things. She is someone that is constantly at a bookstore, and when she sees something that makes her think of you, she's gonna buy it. She's gonna give it to you. My sister found this when I was really learning about all the chakras. It's the Chakra Activity Book and Journal. If you don't know much about chakras, not only do we have physical bodies, but we have energy bodies. The chakras, there are many more chakras than this, but there's like in the center from base to crown, there's 7 that we work with. Those are what you hear of most often. Again, there's a lot more chakras. And there's more exploring I need to do on the chakras. I haven't learned all there is to learn about chakras. I'm still kind of new to this, but there's even chakras in your hands. Well, I'm not going to go too deep into what the chakras are, but when you heal these and get them into alignment, it can manifest physically, and you'll see a difference in your outer world. But this book, I pulled it out when she got it for me. I adored it, and I don't know why I set it to the side and didn't work on it then. But I have just went through experiencing a couple deaths in my life. I've been extremely stressed. My sense of safety is feeling off. So like that's where my root chakra would come in. But it has like little information pages on each of your chakras, and then it has activities. I'm gonna read from it a little bit. A little information on the root chakra. It says, when the root's right, you feel safe, secure, and trusting. Life may throw curveballs, but you swing at them with unconditionally good attitude. Unexpected parking ticket, you'll shrug it off. It has a little quote, you know what? I'm lucky I haven't gotten more. When your root is blocked, depression and anxiety rule the day. You spend sleepless nights worrying about money, health, and other basics, and disturbing days feeling like you can't get your act together. Quote is, what's wrong with me? How am I supposed to exist? I need pasta. And I've definitely been in I need pasta or pizza. I need comfort food. And I've known that I don't feel safe. One of the deaths I've experienced was a really good friend of mine, and she's my age. So 44 years old, and she suddenly passed away. Nobody knew anything was wrong with her. So, I think I booped the microphone. And that really, it kind of shakes you up a little bit. And I constantly worry about my health. I had years of neglecting myself. I did a lot of drugs and ate a lot of horrible food, and I was a smoker, and I gained a lot of weight. I was over 100 pounds overweight at one point. I'm still a little overweight. I get down to I have 15 more pounds before I'm at a healthy weight for myself, and then something will happen and I'll gain 10 pounds. So right now I'm at that 15 to 25 pound overweight mark, but it's hell of a sight better than being 100 to 110 pounds overweight. But yeah. When your root is overactive, anxiety spins into paranoia, greed, and control. This is the realm of hoarding and eating disorders. The little quote is, I have to save these old Sears catalogs. What if I need them someday and don't have them, then what? I don't even think Sears is a thing anymore. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Key concepts: safety, security, physicality, abundance, and basic human needs. The location between the anus and the genitals, so the perineum or the perineum, I'm not sure how you say that. I feel stupid, but so yeah, so right between your front side and your back side. To open and balance your root, color red. Essential oils is cedarwood, myrrh, and patchouli. Stones for an overactive root is emerald and sapphire. For a blocked root is red jasper and hematite. And for general purpose, or for general balance, I read that wrong, red carnelian. Yoga poses, warrior one, triangle, forward bend. Musical key is C. Foods are beets, red berries, radishes, peppers, kidney beans, and root vegetables. But then it has a little root chakra playlist at the bottom. Again, give you a good shot of this. Songs in the Key of C is Halo by Beyonce, Let It Be the Beatles, I Will Survive, Gloria Gaynor, Hallelujah, Jeff Buckley, No Woman, No Cry, Bob Marley, Ain't No Mountain, Diana Ross, Private Eyes, Hall & Oates, and Killing Me Softly, Fugees. So that's neat. But then you have little activities. Let's see if it... Hi. I felt like it was glaring. You got bingo over here. I don't know that I'd ever complete this. Some of the things like, yeah, I got that. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I got... No, I'd never do that. But yeah, take the temp of your root by coloring in one segment on the thermometer for each symptom you're displaying. The higher the temp, the more your root needs pampering. So this is a good check-in. Homemade root noodle soup. Results are completely accurate, utterly scientific, and therefore totally irrefutable. And it's got a little asterisk, and the asterisk says, because we said so. I am starting this. I don't know if I'm going to start it tonight or tomorrow morning. I'm trying to get myself into a nightly routine. I have a morning routine, but I'm trying to also get into a nightly routine instead of watching and scrolling on YouTube. To help myself sleep better at night, turn off all the electronics, do some journaling, do some meditating. So I don't know if I'm going to do this tonight or tomorrow, but it is going to become a part of my day. I'm excited about this one. I just cut my hair, by the way. It was so long. I don't like my hair this length. I think I look better with much longer hair, but it was so dead. It was dead and fried because of all the blow drying. And I would like to get to where, like during the summer months, I don't blow it dry. I just let it dry naturally. And it didn't look good drying naturally anymore. I had to put product in it and blow it dry to make it look halfway pretty. So I cut so much off. It feels so much better. It's soft again, and my curls are a little bouncier. And in about 6 months, I'll like the length. But it was much needed. I feel much better since I've done it. Then we have the shadow work journal, and shadow work is really it's not for the faint of heart. I'm gonna say to do shadow work if you still get really triggered by things, and if you can, a memory comes up and it's almost like you're reliving, it's almost like a flashback instead of a memory, and you're stuck in that moment again, like you're reliving it, and it's just totally got you out of whack. Like you are literally living that moment right now. I would probably hold off on shadow work, or I would definitely do this with a licensed professional. It's because it can trigger you. it can definitely trigger you. It's like I said, it's not for the faint of heart, and it's really going to take you into the trauma, into your darkness, into your shadow. Shadow work, it's not just about trauma and horrible things you've been through and releasing that, but your shadow is parts of you that you were told were bad, and or you were made to feel it was bad and you need to hide it away. So now you don't accept that part of yourself, and oftentimes our strongest assets come from our shadow, the things we are afraid to admit or set free in ourselves. Like for me, a part of my shadow is anger. And that anger, in that anger carries like life force. Something I experienced. I hold things down until I explode. So I'm not so bad at this anymore. But the first 40 years of my life especially is suppressing everything that hurts, everything that makes me not. I have an opinion, I hold it down. That explosion is something that needs to be expressed. I have noticed when that explosion happens, I am super strong, super independent. I am sure of myself in those moments where normally I'm this meek little, I don't know if I'm good enough, I can't do that, and nobody hears me. When I'm angry, I am loud and forceful, and instead of suppressing all of that and letting it come out as rage, I need to direct that into my confidence in expressing my voice, expressing my thoughts, and sharing my views, and putting that spark into my creativity. And I'm going to leave it at that. That's just a little example of shadow and how once you get to understand that aspect of you actually has something to say, and there's power in it if directed in a healthy manner. So your anger issues, explosions, some people have anger issues and they're angry all the time. Some people have explosions like myself. That'll lessen. You won't have that so much anymore. But anyways, the Shadow Work Journal, it looks different now. This is an old copy. So I'm putting links to all these down in the description. It looks different now. The inside looks very similar. There might be a few updates on the inside. But, the pages still look like this. No, I have not done all of these. I have done some. Probably about the first half. But Yeah, the first half. It's something else I need to bring back out and work on again. Um, but here's an example of something new. Identify your fear. What is fear to you? What makes you afraid? Instead of writing I am afraid of, phrase it as I experience fear when. This will allow you to break the habit of identifying fear as a part of yourself. Self-image, how do you think others see you? How would you like to be seen and why? What do you believe is the most authentic version of yourself? Yeah, so there's a lot of mirror gazing is an activity in here. I love mirror gazing, by the way. Write a letter to yourself. Like, just for an example of my letter to myself, I'm just gonna read like the first couple sentences. Dear Steph, all the drugs you did were how you kept yourself alive. I know you regret it, but that's what you felt you had to do to make it. You didn't know another way. It's okay. You got through it. I wish I could have told you that when you just needed to get out of your own head and to go back to doing the things that you loved, but your mind was so full of noise then, you wouldn't have been able to hear me anyway. So those are just a few. I mean, it gets pretty deep. In shadow work, we integrate parts of ourself that we repress and deny. Parts of yourself you feel are bad or shameful or not good enough. Here's a little, unless you learn to face your own shadows, you will continue to see them in others, because the world outside of you is only a reflection of the world inside of you. Carl Jung. And I really like this. I like shadow work. I've done some of this. I've done my own version of shadow work as well. But it's really what you're doing with this is understanding parts of yourself and how you came to be that way and why it's okay. I mean, it's a lot about acceptance and again, a lot of your power you're going to find in your shadow. Again, this is not for the faint of heart, and you might not be ready for this yet. And there's several different shadow work books. I'm working on my own. But if this one isn't for you, there's many out there. But again, these are going to be in the description box below. This one, my sister got me recently. I think she got it for my birthday. And I have done a few pages of it. This is Find Your Calm, a workbook to manage anxiety by Jamie Zuckerman. And I'm really enjoying this. I do not struggle with anxiety the way I used to. It used to be extremely crippling. But I still have anxiety. If I could be totally free of anxiety, that would be fantastic. But I don't know if we ever are, or maybe extremely enlightened individuals are, but I'm not there yet. But these are really cute. Like the first little one was like, if your anxiety had a human name, what would it be? And for some reason, Richard popped up into my head. So what color is your anxiety? Red. If your anxiety had a shape, what would it be? A rectangle. Why? I think because I feel trapped in my room sometimes. And maybe because I trapped myself in this room. Because what is the size of your anxiety? The size of my room. Um, so I still carry that around. And then there's something about, what does your anxiety feel like when you touch it? Static shock. And what noise does it make? Screeching. I started doing this, working on this when, shortly after, I think I did it once or twice after my Uncle Butch passed away, which that was February 28th. And then I've done more since April 1st, which is when one of my closest friends passed away. I don't know, I'm really enjoying this. I noticed one thing, it had you, the sticky note project. This exercise this exercise will teach you how to notice your thoughts in the present moment and allow them to pass on their own. Pick your favorite color for your imaginary sticky notes. Now imagine a message board located right next to your head. For 1 minute, just sit and be present. Notice whatever thoughts come up for you during that time. Whenever a thought arises, which could be the same one over and over, mentally write it on your sticky note and stick it to the imaginary board. Repeat this exercise 3 times. Once completed, answer the following questions. What did you observe happening? That day, I got a lot of positive thoughts. I mean, I kept hearing, I'm so proud of you, Stephanie. I'm so proud of you. You're doing so well. You've come so far. But yeah, number 3 is like, do they feel less overwhelming? None of them were overwhelming. The only thought that maybe could have been overwhelming was, I don't know what I'm doing. But there was a but to it. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm learning as I go. So they were all uplifting, none were overwhelming at all. So that made me go, wow, my mental space is doing pretty okay compared to where it was at one point in my life. So even if you don't feel like you're doing too bad, these are really good to keep check of where you're at mentally. Again, this will be down in the description below. And I love this one. My best friend got this for me for Christmas one year. You're Weird. A creative journal for misfits, oddballs, and anyone else who's uniquely awesome. I like this because this is all about accepting your quirks, your uniqueness, embracing exactly who you are, knowing that not only is it okay to be who you are, it's awesome. I love this little book. Let me find something to share on here. Like, I haven't done this one yet. Build your own motto. Underline the words that speak to you. Then fill your favorites into the blanks on the opposite page to create your own quirky motto, or go rogue and come up with your own from scratch. So it has nouns like greatness, laughter, power, creativity, intelligence, fun, joy, happiness, travel, pizza, shenanigans, hootenanny, coffee, attitude, peace. And it goes on and on. I'm not going to read them all. Verbs: seize, create, make, find, conquer, work, play, believe, think, go, move, run, rock, explore, build, write, draw. And then you put it over here in these fill in the blanks. I'm going to have to do that one. That looks like fun. But these are so cute. Here's another one I haven't done. Here's my heart. All of the things that make up this weird world we live in. What do you care about most in that odd little heart of yours? Label each section with something you hold dear. And it's got an image of a heart. So you label each section, and then you, similar for the brain side, but with this one, what do you think about in that peculiar brain you've got inside your head? Label each section below with things you find yourself thinking about most. So, I don't know. This is really cute. If you just want to embrace your quirkiness, you're an oddball. I was somebody that always wanted to know I couldn't be like everybody else. Why couldn't I be normal? What's wrong with me? And that was, I questioned that a lot. Again, and this is by Kate Peterson. Again, it'll be in the description box below. But I wanted to know why I couldn't be normal. Well, I'm not supposed to be normal. I'm not supposed to fit in. I'm supposed to create my own path and go my own way. And that's beautiful, and it's something that should be embraced and taught to be embraced and celebrated. And I don't think it is enough. So I love this one. It was one of my favorites. But again, I want to reiterate that journaling is, it is really good to get your mental space in check, to help the healing process, to redirect your thoughts. Yeah, so I have these types of journals. I also just have a journal where I write my day, where I write my thoughts. Like I said, I have a mind dump journal, a gratitude journal. There are so many different types of journals. No, you don't do all journals at once. Usually you find yourself gravitating towards one more than the other for a while. Some weeks you just play around. You're like, or maybe you develop a schedule. On this day I'm going to do this one, and this day that one. It's all according to your preference and your mood and what you feel like would work best for you. But there's a lot of ways to, there's a lot of things we need to do to heal our mental space, to get ourselves into a better mental space. And this is just one modality. I fully intend to be back here and talk about others, one of which is diet. It is so much more important than you know, or realize. Your diet is not just about your physical health. It is imperative to your mental. That'll probably be, I think I mentioned that in another vlog sometime last year, and then I never got around to creating that video. Probably because I feel like I need to get all the science behind it ready to go. And I haven't found the time or made the time to do that yet. I'm gonna leave it there. I hope this helps you. And if it did, give this video a like and hit subscribe, because I plan to keep coming out with more content like this. If you know anybody else that you think this might help, share this video. And I want to wish you all the very best. I wish you well on your journey. And I hope you have a great day. And I'll see you in the next one. I love you guys.